Okay, so now we move to the next process, risk assessment. So let's define it first. A systematic process to identify the hazards, evaluate the risk associated with the hazard, and suggest the suitable control measure. Basically, it is a similar thing, but the scope of the risk assessment is broader than the JSA. JSA was focusing on a single job, whereas the risk assessment is focusing on the whole activity, where there may be more than one job at a time. So generally, in the risk assessment, there are five steps which are generally accepted, which are identification of the hazard, estimation of the risk, evaluation of the risk, note the findings, and review. So here I will just briefly explain these things in my next video, where I will explain how to conduct a risk assessment practically. I will explain in the more details. So let's define. The first step, identification of the hazards, involve the identification of all the potential hazards of the activity in the focus. After once the hazards are identified, then we have to estimate how these hazards may impact our organization. Let's say maybe they can affect your workers, maybe they can affect your environment, your property, anything. So once this is established, then we evaluate the risk. The evaluation process basically includes the rating or of the risk level. It may be low, it may be high, it may be medium. So once we evaluate the risk, after that we note the findings. These findings, what is this? We write down all the identified hazards, estimated risk, and evaluated risk, and other things that may include who is the assessor, where the activity was done, what is the expiry of this, what is the validity, so on. So this is the after that the fifth step is the review. Basically, this review step is a continuous process. So where you it may be scheduled after the time period passed, maybe 1 year. After 1 year, each risk assessment should be reviewed, or if there is any change happened. So if there is any change like equipment change, activity change, or incident happened, so after that we have to review our risk assessment. So when it comes to the scope of the risk assessment, so the scope of the risk assessment is basically focused on a activity where there may be more than one job.